Welcome to part 22 of South Park: The Stick of Truth. And after the Minister of Montreal translated the birth records of the abortion clinic, we are now picking up some last-minute friends before we go back to the girls. We'll turn in the hunt of the Canadian barking spider to finally end the Jimbo's Hunt quest. And also possibly buy a crossbow that we may not even use because, well, I'll get something much better. But just in case, the crossbow is there. Anyway, in order for to get the chest that you got the key for, I used the wrong ability by the way, you need the alien probe and also the key to get the axe of the underworld and the grenade of slowing, which we probably won't be using. But whatever the case, we now have Jimbo and Ned, and that means we have 105 friends. So where are we going to get the rest of the friends? Well, there is one friend we can get back at the sewers. Remember the Nagasaki? Now it's time for us to free the crab people. So let's use the Nagasaki. Oh, and get used to it, because the final portions of the game require you to use the Nagasaki. Oh, and there's the Chin Pokemon Beepersaurus. But if you talk to the crab people, they will talk about the revelation of the world, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But whatever the case, we've got the crab person, we've got the Chin Pokemon, we've got the crab armor, and a strap-on no less. So now let's go back to the girls. And I will see you then.
See, right here it says that 5 women were at the clinic that day. And right there it says Nancy Turner, 3:30 p.m.
That's Heidi's mom! So Heidi Turner was the two-faced bitch!
The evidence is irrefutable. Thanks, new kid. We now know it was Heidi Turner all along who was spreading the rumors.
Freaking
Two-faced butt rag!
Fuck Heidi Turner and her fucking two-faced ass!
But Heidi's really sorry, so we're deciding to forgive her.
I love you guys so much. We love you too, Heidi! Yay! Heidi!
You've served the girls well, new kid, so you have our services. Tell the boys we will play their game.
Sparkle! Sunshine!
And by giving over the revised clinic records, we now have 7 friends at our disposal. Wendy, Bebe, Red, Heidi, Nellie, Allie, and Jessie. And by the way, if you don't have a perk by this time, you will now. Also, a Chin Pokemon's here too. You can get it at least before the end of the game. But more along the lines, you could also get it after the end of the game because it's always available to you due to the fact that the girls' hideout will be always available to you.
Thank you so much for clearing my name. Now when girls call me a whore, it's more than a joke.
Exclusively to the girls' hideout is one of the best armors in the game, which is the leather armor.
You've been granted full access to our
No, I kid you not, it's one of the best armors in the game. Also, the chakram and the fairy bow is pretty good too. And I do believe the Fairy Princess Bow and the Fairy Princess Blade come in a set. But whatever the case, stock up, get whatever you need, and use whatever you have, because now that the girls have received the revised documents and they're now joining our party, we now have to go over to Kyle's house to inform the guys that the girls are going to join our party for the last stand against Clyde. Oh, and speaking of where the girls were located at, remember I said the girls' bathroom was locked throughout the entirety of the game up until this point? This is exactly where the girls were, the girls' bathroom. So, with that said, I'll see you guys over at Clyde's house. Because after all, we're just going to use the Transport Express to bring us over to Clyde's house, and we're just going to have to talk to Clyde or Eric, one of the two, to proceed with the game. So let the end game begin.
Everyone listen up! The girls have agreed to fight by our
pirates and the Federation factions are standing by to fight as well, my lord, then the time for talk is over. Let us all make haste to Clyde's house!
Today, we are not elves and humans. Today, we fight as one.
What we do here now will be written and sung about on YouTube for days to come. Let us besiege the army of darkness with the courage of dragons. Let us delve their dungeon with swords and sorcery.
Let us charge our shields and use photon torpedoes to vaporize the Klingons.
Kevin, god damn it. Every fucking time, Kevin. God fucking damn it, seriously.
I'm sorry.
Armies of Justice! Prepare! Ready! And... let's be the play!
Now it's time to raid Clyde's Fortress of Darkness, but first you have to heal Wendy. In order to do that, you need Butters. And speaking of characters you may need, unfortunately you're going to have to go throughout the entirety of this first half of Clyde's dungeon without Stan, because Stan is going to help you up in the upper levels. Now then, when you come to these statues, you use Nagasaki, and Terrence and Philip will leave you a Facebook post telling you remember Nagasaki. Here's the thing. Sometimes the frequency for Nagasaki is different with every playthrough. Or it could be the same for the... no, I meant like different as in either the statues will have the same frequency or the statues will have different frequencies. And if they have the same frequencies, it'll be easier. But if they have different frequencies like I just had, it would be a little bit more difficult and tedious. Now then, in this battle right here, well, I wouldn't say battle, but rather, we're supposed to lure these two guys to the electric water so that, they'll be shocked. And then all I have to do is turn off the water and proceed into Clyde's palace. However, unlike, later on, right now, I'm not going to be able to use Kenny's ability because for some reason, they can't really do it. He won't be able to do it.
Surrender or die!
And of course, I can't drop things on them either. Yeah, that sucks. So, that means I'm gonna have to use a sneaky squeaker in order to make these two go into the, water so I can avoid battle with them. Because the less battles I have with these guys, the better. And that'll also mean I'm gonna end up having to use my summonings anyway.
You jerks picked the wrong team!
Alright, let's just move the sneaky squeaker over to the guy's location. Okay, I am kind of screwing this up. So, let's move the sneaky squeaker over to those guys' locations and force them to, go into the wall. I mean, into the water, sorry. There's one. And I think the other one will go in there too. There it is! Alright. Now let's turn off the generator and we can just go into the castle by breaking down the gate. Yeah, that took a little bit longer than expected, but for the most part, Stan's not here. It would have been made a hell of a lot easier if he was. Alright. Sorry about that. I had to deal with my cat for a little bit. But, this may look like a super death trap, but it's not. Instead, we can use Kenny to lure... Well, first we have to break the gate. Then, we'll have to use Kenny to lure those group of, well, scrubs over to the line of fire. So let's do it. And just like moths to a flame. Now then, we're gonna have to get past their rocket launchers. And also steal their stuff. But make sure anything you steal it while you can, because if you don't, there is the matter of you not being able to come back here anymore. It's a one-time only thing, a one-time only dungeon. Also, that floorboard right there, snort some gnome dust and go straight in it. That has an emergency exit. And also you can heal that gnome too. That is also the way you can avoid being detected by the Cyclopses. So,
Yes, sir.
get the gnome to be healed, and one of the Nazi zombie rats will be killed, while the other one, you can just simply use the lighter to kill the other rat. I didn't think about that until I made my first move. That was stupid of me, rather stupid. And also, make sure you get the treasure that's over there too. I forgot what was there, but make sure you get the treasure that's there. I think it's a weapon over there, I'm not sure. But it's another Nazi zombie rat, so just kill it and kill it dead. And make sure its partner is no longer around, so it won't revive after a couple of turns. Oh god, too soon. Damn it. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, and it bit Butters. But it's dead. So, both of those rats are going to not have anything of value. But, while that gnome is kicking the crap out the rat, if you come out this way, this will be also a actual shortcut. Now then, I actually finally figured out that you could actually throw a, ranged weapon over at that lighter, which would have lit the rat on fire, or at least had a fire for you, available for you to use Cup a Spell. But you climb up to the pipe, and you take out the Cyclops.
Mighty Cyclops. You
There's Stan right there. You're not going to be able to use him for battle for a while. But if you use Sneaky Squeaker, you can lure the two goons over by the, that's what you're supposed to do. Lure the two goons over to that, lantern, and it's supposed to kill them both.
Get over here.
Or I screw up and not use the lantern and have to confront these two head on. Oh well, I still have summonings left, so at least I can gross out one of them anyway, for the most part.
What are you looking
Let's
at?
do this. Well, I guess now will be as good a time as any to start using my summons, because it's about to be that time where we won't be able to use them anymore. So, let's get a shitstorm going. And these quote-unquote Cyclopses are pretty much powerful enemies. All you have to do is use physical attacks to break the shields. But once you get burning and bleeding and
Maybe now you'll turn your life around.
sometimes, and most of the time, stun actually works on these guys. You know, but if you once you get all that onto them, they'll eventually pass out and die. And gross out too. Make sure you get gross out on them as well. Speaking of gross out, Nazi zombies. Go figure. How you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to use the sneaky squeaker to get half of the Nazi zombies over to the lantern to blow them up, and the other half to, drop the, tire on the Nazi zombies, leaving you with only one to fight if you actually catch them all. If you haven't, you'll end up being left with a couple to fight, or maybe one to fight if you've done it right. Unfortunately, I did not. Yeah, I just lured every last one of them over to the tire, and I was supposed to drop the tire on them so that I could kill some of the Nazi zombies, but unfortunately, they won't cooperate for some reason. It's only a matter of time. I'm gonna have to use my summonings again in order for me to get through this. Alright. This is what it is. This is where the summoning is. We're gonna go on ahead and use, not the summoning, that is where the tire is. Why did I say that? Damn it. This is where we're supposed to hit 2 of the Nazi zombies. And we're gonna just use the sneaky squeaker to try to form them up in a group and drop the bomb on them. Okay, let's try this again. Come on, over to the tire. There you go. Come on, damn it! Oh, I only managed to get 2 of them. Damn it! Fuck it, we're just gonna have to kill them. And with that, we only got 4 Nazi zombies left. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do shit to these guys. So, summons time. There's actually 6 Nazi zombies here instead of what I thought would be 4, but they add more outside of the hover world. I mean the hub world, sorry. Why did I say hover world? Why did I say that? Anyway, Mr. Kim for the win! This should get all the Nazi zombie children and Nazi zombie adults and Nazi zombie cats out of the way. So now we're gonna have to use Nagasaki to break the ladder, as well as break platform in general, in order for the pirates to give me a lift up to the top. So I'll have to try to use Nagasaki again. And as I have stated before, Nagasaki will be your main course for you to go straight to the top of Clyde's tower. Now then, I've gotten all the treasure that I could possibly get from these guys. Let's go on. And soon, we'll have to go straight to the top of the keep.
Alright, here's the plan. Attack each tower and raise the gate so we can get to Clyde's lair. Maplebeard, clear the path!
Yay!
Fuck you!
Oh, don't worry. I'll avenge you, Maplebeard. Give me a second, I've just got a cup of spell and blow up that tower over there. And set off the rocket, and Ike will be your friend. That means now we have to use Nagasaki to drop that tower, while the other tower we can use Pepper Spell to drop the other tower. This will also reduce the random encounters that are waiting for us. which is a bully girl, or I should say a vamp kid. No, wait, no, it's a bully girl, never mind. And a, Cyclops that is waiting in the tower, whose hair just got caught on fire. So now, all we need to do is get the alien probe out, but first, let's deal with this guy. So that way he'll get off of Ike. Now we actually will have to fight a Cyclops for real, or a Demolisher, one of the two. Just wreck the shield, set them on fire, and let Princess Kitty do the rest. And by do the rest, I mean, charm him. But nonetheless, doesn't matter if you have Kenny, Cartman, Kyle, Jimmy, or Butters. The point is, you should only have one, person to have to deal with. And be careful, cause this guy uses Final Stand, which would increase his strength, but at the same time, it would drain a lot of his energy if the fire didn't do it first. He's about to die anyway, so let's go on ahead and finish this. And we're done! Now, in order for us to proceed further, we're gonna have to use the alien probe. Now, before you do that though, you need to use the alien probe one last time to go up to not only the right area of the tower keep to activate one of the dungeon wheels, but you have to use the alien probe to go up to the roof, because on the roof is the final Chin Pokemon of the game, which is Shu. Obviously the most powerful Chin Pokemon of them all. Make sure you get that, because again, once we complete this area, we're not coming back here, and Shu will be gone forever. Now it's time to go in and meet Craig, the traitor.
Come on, now's our only chance.
Aha, you're trapped. I'm a level 14 thief and the Dark Lord's chief assassin, and you will all perish here and now.
Douchebag, I'm stuck!
Now this is an interesting
will take care of you.
sort of scenario. To make the boss fight easier, you have to let in both Stan and Ike. First things first, you use the melee weapon to break open the lantern, and then use Compass Spell to break open the wooden planks that's keeping Stan from coming in, and he'll drop one of the cows. Then you use the Nagasaki to break open the other side, and
I should have started this sooner.
that will allow Ike to come in to set the other chain on fire, which will break the other cow and send him crashing down to the floor. I do believe the barriers is keeping
see how you fare against the Dark Lord's chief assassin and a
them
cow.
from going to Craig can be broken. But for the most part, you will end up fighting Craig and a Nazi zombie cow. The Nazi zombie cow is just like the Nazi zombie cow in the farm. Simply set the thing on fire and put it to sleep. Thing is, the Nazi zombie cow is not your problem. It's Craig. First things first, I mean, you can use stink bombs, although they will inadvertently go over to the cow, but if you gross out Craig in the early going of this battle, you'll end up having him go to his next phase. And the Nazi zombie cow will end up committing suicide. So, what you need to do is switch over to Kyle, because Kyle will be needed for the next phase. Trust me. Oh shit!
Why fight one Craig when you can
And
fight
now,
five?
here comes the next phase.
I'm immune to splash damage, Clyde said.
None of those guys look exactly like Clyde. But if you listen to them, they will tell you what they are weak to. Like, for instance, one of those Clydes just said that he is weak to splash damage. Too bad this is not splash damage. And you can tell which one's the real Clyde because the real Clyde actually doesn't take nearly as much damage from Stink Bomb as the other Clyde clones.
Come on, we've got this.
Now then, if you do manage to take out the Clyde that has immunity to splash damage, the other Clydes will end up getting splash damage. But be careful. These Clydes are pretty darn dangerous.
When you can fight five.
Especially when all of them start charging. If they start charging and oh my god, there's a Mongolian kid posing as Clyde. I don't know whether that's adorable or just sad on Clyde's part, but yeah, one of the Mongolian kids is posing as Clyde. It would be best to take out the closest one with the elemental.
Okay, kick the baby. Don't kick the goddamn baby. Yay!
And booyah! By the way, Clyde will do this twice, so he is on his last leg. And it would be best, if you're the thief, to use Stink Bomb since it ignores splash damage.
Stop.
However, or it's not technically splash damage, it's more along the lines of you just throwing eggs at random people. Again, there is going to be a clone that's immune to splash damage, but there will be sometimes clone immune to frost, immune to gross out, immune to bleeding, immune to certain different stats. But you got to pay attention to what they say. The Mongolian kid, however, I'm not sure what he's there for, but
Quit it.
he is immune to certain other things. I think he was the one that was immune to frost damage. That's the thing. He was immune to frost damage. But whatever the case, Clyde is done, and this battle is over.
That's why you don't fuck with the Dragonborn.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
here, climb on up.
That
Come on,
was
roll up to Clyde.
the only difficult segment of this game. It's gonna get a little bit easier. Well, okay, it'll get semi-difficult, but then it's gonna get a little bit easier. Other than that, make sure you got all the treasure, because once we go upstairs, there is no turning back. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time now to beat up Clyde, or are we?
Dad, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, it's my favorite kid! Listen, I found out what they were doing at the women's clinic. They were looking for a candidate to put a snook into. They're gonna nuke all of South Park.
A snook?
You boys don't understand. They've put the snook here.
Who did?
Whoever these people are claiming to be Taco Bell. We should have known. We should have known Taco Bell is far too compassionate and caring to be so secretive. The quality of their character, like the quality of their food, should have never come into question.
Dad, where is the woman with the snook?
They didn't put it in a woman.
Well, all I remember was that there were these big government guys, and they wrestled me to the floor at my house. And then I remember thinking, well, this is fun, but wait, is that a thermonuclear device? I'd had some drinks, so putting a thermonuclear device up my ass wasn't completely out of the question. Oh, Jesus Christ, how long do I have?
We don't know, Mr. Slave, but it could be a matter of minutes.
Well, what are you waiting for? Pull it out!
No! We can't just pull it out! Snooks have triggers on them! We have to abort it! From inside!
Oh, come on. Who knows how to do abortions and can get really, really small?
Okay, this is crossing the line. I have to go to Canada, face Nazi zombie fetuses, and have to deal with girls' angry boyfriends. This is crossing the line. And there's only one thing to say about this. And that's bites the dust.